In this video, we'll be talking about the new generation of X4³ and comparing what the differences really are between that and the first generation. We've made a video on that first generation boat and it's still worth viewing because it talks about many of the inherent build qualities of an X-Yacht. We'll put a link of that video in the description below. I'm Stuart Abernethy from X-Yachts Great Britain. Thank you for watching. So, starting with the hull shape, this drawing outlines in black the original design and the red line indicates the new hull shape. The maximum beam is actually the same, however it has been moved slightly further aft. This beam is then carried all the way aft, therefore the transom is around 520mm wider, that's 260 at each side. The soft chines have been lifted higher on the hull, creating more form stability when sailing at a heeled angle. The cockpit is larger, wider and has more usable space. The helms are around 200mm further apart, but still within easy reach. The layout is improved for short-handed sailing with the mainsheet winches much closer to the helm. The cockpit and coaming design has been cleaned up with design features from the newer pure X-Yachts, including washboard design with dedicated rope stowage behind. The bowsprit design has been improved with a more integrated feel blended into the hull shape with no visible fastenings. The optional self-tacker has a recess built in, but if not chosen, the recess is filled for a very clean deck design. It can be accessed later in the yacht's life if self-tacking becomes a requirement. The spray hood has also been reworked and is now sleeker with more transparent panels for a clearer view forward. The port cockpit locker has been removed, however the remaining starboard locker is increased in size and the lazarette lockers are increased in volume as well. The large sail locker in the bow remains unchanged. Deck hardware has been upgraded to run stand with more purchase for adjustment under load. The aluminium mast is 500mm taller than the last generation and the optional carbon mast is 500mm taller than the last carbon mast. The J measurement from the mast to the forestay is 70mm longer as the forestay has been moved further forward due to the new bowsprit design. The bowsprit is also 140mm longer than previous. This equates to a mainsail that's 3% larger, a jib that's 2.5% larger and an asymmetric that's 5.5% larger. All made possible by the extra form stability that the new hull shape provides and the even larger and optimised rudder design for even more control. The key difference is in the aft cabins with a more airy feeling achieved by beamier hull sections and the removal of the starboard cockpit locker. The cockpit sole has been lifted by 60mm and the space between the underside of the cockpit sole and the inner liner has been optimised, so internally the headlining is actually 95mm higher. This allowed the berth to be raised slightly and gains of around 110mm for the berth width. The hull windows in the aft and forward cabins are larger, letting in more light. In the saloon, the ventilation has been improved with much larger opening hatches. In the heads area, more use of practical wipe-dry bulkhead materials have been utilised. Also, the head's basin design and surfaces are more practical over the previous version. A new lighter wood option over the standard Nordic oak is also now available. So overall, many small but significant changes to what was already a fantastic X-Yacht design. If you want to learn more, contact me. I look forward to hearing from you. Thank you.